Yay, I'm on. Welcome, welcome to our 9:30 class here on this beautiful Thursday. I'm actually happy. I thought it was going to rain today. Yesterday was fun, but the sun's shining now. So welcome, welcome. Hopefully you've been taking time out to allow yourself some time and space to adjust your sails. I know personally, energetically, I've been feeling a lot. Kind of falling out of my patterns, out of my routines, and kind of hunkering down. So maybe you've been feeling the same. Maybe you've been feeling that dis-ease. And I say it dis-ease rather than disease because it's an uncomfortable feeling. There's an imbalance somewhere inside of us. And oftentimes those imbalances cause ailments. So if we get to the bottom of whatever is causing our dis-ease, dis-ease, we can help ourselves. So it starts here. You know, we can, go to the high heavens talking about diagnosing things, but really it's a matter of what's going on internally that presents eventually externally. So diagnostically, if you can lie down once a day and close your eyes and kind of take a full body scan, see what's presenting physically, and then kind of check in mentally. You know, some of us go to therapists, and I mean, everyone thinks we should go to therapists only when we're struggling, when we're depressed, when we're anxious, when we suffered a loss. Truly, we should be talking to someone, whether it's a clinical professional or maybe it's your best friend, just checking in with someone, journaling, whatever it is, just to take care of the daily ins and outs of what's going on. You know, every day is different. Our sails adjust accordingly, and sometimes we catch ourselves unaware. This one snuck up on me. I didn't realize that I was suffering in any manner until I started getting tired all the time. And energetically, I was zapped, and physically, I was getting tight and tense. I'm like, geez, Kim, you do this for a living. How did you let this one slip? Because we're human. So I'm here to remind you today to sit down, whether it's right here and now, you're checking in, taking that full body scan, and really being honest with yourself and saying, you know what? There's some things I need to address, and if I keep putting them on the back burner, it's going to create that dis-ease and eventual disease. So this is looking at you, all right? So we're going to start seated, grounding down, whether you're in Sukhasana, Siddhasana, any seated asana will do, whatever you prefer. If you want to use blocks, a blanket rolled up, anything you want to bring into your practice to create a more comfortable practice for you. So we want to invite those modifications when necessary, dropping knees and lunges, fingers on blocks, whatever you need to do, skip a pose if it just isn't serving you today, and do the very best that we can. So grounding down into your sitting bones, lengthening through your spine. Allow yourself some time and some space to breathe. Inhale through your nose, fill up your lungs. Exhale, let it all go. Closing your eyes, noticing any tension you're holding in your face, your cheeks, your jaw. Try to relax the space between, behind, around your eyes. Drawing your shoulders down and away from your ears. Feel your arms, hands resting, palms face up or down, your choice, whether you're needing to receive or ground. Feeling your hips, your glutes, your legs taking their varying shapes. Heels, feet anchoring your entire body at rest. Give it 2 more big breaths in. One more breath. And nice and slow, draw your hands to prayer heart center, bowing your head to your heart as you choose your intention, dedicating your practice, your energies, your efforts, whatever we manifest together today, for what purpose will it serve? Maybe today it's for patience, to slow down, to truly check in and ask ourselves how we're feeling, reminding ourselves to do this on a daily basis. It's so easy to forget. We want to take care of everyone else before ourselves. But truth be told, we come first, no matter what. Take one more breath as you choose. Exhale. Nice and slow, stand up here to the sky. Separate hands, relax shoulders, big breath in. Open up cactus arms as you exhale. Middle fingers to thumb for patience. Shrug your shoulders to your ears. Exhale, roll them down your back. Big inhale, tummy and ribs up. Exhale, slowly revolve over to the right. So holding space in your foundation, keeping those cactus arms, holding that midline. We take a big breath in to fill up. Exhale, gaze off that left shoulder toward the back wall. Breathe. 2 more breaths in. Gazing where you feel comfortable. Keep looking out that back shoulder. 1 more breath. And nice and slow, exhale, gently bringing yourself center. Shrug your shoulders to your ears. Exhale, rolling down your back. Big breath in, tummy and ribs out. Exhale, revolving over to the left. Holding space. Big inhale, tummy and ribs out. Exhale, so you gaze off that left shoulder to that back wall. Big breaths, inhale, fill you up. Exhale, get you a little deeper. Hold space. 2 more. Work with your intercostal muscles. 1 more. That's it. Nice and slow. You come center. Inhale, shrug your shoulders up. Exhale, roll them down your back. Reach your arms to sky, prayer connect. Interlace your fingers with your palms. Gaze up to your hands. Maybe you move a little bit over to the left. As you move over to the right, you start to sway a bit side to side. Asking and inviting. Breathing into your ribcage, expanding it. 1 more breath. Before you slowly come neutral, releasing your hands to prayer, take them behind your back. Interlace your fingers, squeeze your palms, lift your heart, lift your gaze. Tilt your chin to the sky. Holding space here, breathing. 2 more breaths in. Exhale, 1 more. Exhale, chin into chest, laying your head, breathing into the back of your neck. Slowly shake your head no. 1 more breath. Before you come back neutral, inhale, sweep your hands to the sky, prayer connect. Exhale, hinge forward, retreat. Casting a ball, your hands eventually meet the earth and you fold. Inhale, half, lift tummies and ribs out. Exhale, fold a little bit deeper. Breathing into the back of your rib cage, into your lower lumbar. Noticing any tension in your glutes and your hips and your knees. Maybe you're moving a little bit side to side, asking and inviting. Do the best that you can here. Give it 1 more breath. Before you slowly make your way back center, let's inhale, half lift, look for your fingers. Walk your hands slowly over to the right. Lining your tummy up with your right thigh. Take a big breath in. Exhale, melt and fold. Breathing into that left side body. Hold space. 2 more big breaths in. Exhale. 1 more big breath. And exhale into that oblique. Let's inhale, half lift, look for your fingers. Walk those hands back center and continue over to the left. Line your body up with that left thigh, pressing into that right hip. Exhale, folding, breathing. Allow yourself this time to space. 2 more big breaths. Exhale, 2 more. What will be for 1 more. And exhale, nice and slow, half lift, look for fingers. Walk it back center. Finding that midline, stay at the center as you inhale, tummy and ribs out. And exhale, you melt and fold. Again, breathing for your lower back, noticing any tension, send your breath there. That pranayama is the greatest tool in your toolbox. Use it. 1 more breath in. And exhale, nice and slow. Inhale, half, lift up your fingers. Walk those hands 1 at a time back towards your body. Sitting tall, spread your wings. Prayer reaches up and overhead. Exhale, put your hands down for third eye, your heart center, bow your head to your heart, hold space. Big breath, inhale. Exhale, nice and slow, open your eyes. You're going to switch your Sukhasana. So if you have a crossed leg, go ahead and switch it. So you're taking your non-dominant side, most likely anyway, and you're rocking a little bit left, a little bit right, getting yourself comfortable here. Big breath in. And exhale, come neutral. Inhale, send up prayer to the sky. Separate hands, relax shoulders, big breath. Exhale, lower your left hand down to the ground beside you. Reach out right arm up a little higher and tiptoe left fingers away from you. Walking that left arm a little further. You bend through that left elbow, get a little deeper, and gaze to where you feel comfortable. You might gaze up past that right elbow. You might gaze straight ahead or maybe to the ground. Whatever feels good for you. Working through that side body. Push your right hip down. 3 big breaths. Work those intercostal muscles, the space between your ribs. Good. 2 more breaths. Soften your cheeks, your jaw for 1 more breath. Exhale, nice and slow. Use your core strength as you come up. Hands reach up and overhead. Slowly lower your right hand down to the ground beside you. Reach that left arm up a little higher and tiptoe right fingers away from you. As you reach with that left side body, you might bend into that right elbow to get you a little deeper. And again, gaze to where you feel comfortable. Maybe you're up at the sky. Maybe you're straight ahead. Maybe you're down to the ground. Wherever you are, you're holding space here for 3. Bend into that right elbow. Try to get a little deeper. Ground that left hip for 2. You give it 1 more big breath. And nice and slow, you rise up. Use your core strength to reach both arms up to the sky. Big breath in. Exhale, hands behind your back. Interlace your fingers, squeeze your palms, lift your heart, lift your gaze, tilt your chin to the sky. Hold space here, opening that throat, speaking your truth, opening your heart as compassionately as possible while opening solar plexus, staying true to yourself. Give it 1 more breath in. Exhale, chin into chest, in your head. Breathe into the back of that neck, and again, slow motion, shake your head now. Breathe into the back of your neck, your shoulders, your traps. Give yourself 1 more breath. Coming back neutral. Inhale, sweep your hands to the sky, pure connect. Exhale, for hands down through thread, your heart center, bow your head to your heart. Big inhale here. And exhale, nice and slow, opening your eyes. You're going to take your hands outside of your knees and bring your knees up to touch, planting your feet. Now I'm going to turn on the side so you can see the profile. But you're working on lifting your chest here. So try not to cat your back, right? When we do that, we start to create pressure in areas we don't want to. So keep those shoulders stacking your hips, using your hands to assist you. Walk your feet a little closer towards you and really ground your heels down to the earth, right? Nice proud spine, nice lifted heart. We start to flex our feet. So you're really driving your heels into the ground. From here, you might tip a little bit back, getting those heels to hover, catching your balance, working your roots into the earth. Beautiful. Point your toes and take those shins parallel with the mat, sliding your hands behind your knees for that support. Again, try not to arch into your back. Keep it lifted, shoulders back. Hold space in this move for 3. We're going to build on it in 2. On 1, see if you reach your right arm forward, palm face up, pin your knees. Reach your left arm forward, palm face up, keep pinning your knees, hold space here, activate your quads, your hip flexors for 3. Working with that lower pelvic floor, stay here for 2. On 1, take your palms to face each other, lift them up and overhead. Hold space as you hold the ball overhead for 3. Hold it for 2, and on 1, pass that ball over to the right. Hold space there for 3. Hold it for 2. On 1, slowly come up. Big inhale, exhale, pass the ball to the left. Hold it there for 3. Hold it there for 2. On 1, bring it back up. Slowly reach your arms forward, take a breath, flex your feet, and see if you can bring your heels towards your behind while you stay floating. So tuck it in. Now ground down your heels, your toes, and finally take your hands back to your shins and give your lower back that big sigh it's looking for. So we're back at the original starting position. Take a big breath, inhale. Exhale, 1 more breath. Beautiful. Now nice and slow, start to flex your feet again. Drive your heels into the earth. Rock back into your tail to catch your balance. Point your toes. Again, bring your shins parallel. Slide your hands behind your knees and really tuck those knees into your chest. Now hold space here best you can. Good. Holding space here, we're going to release left arm forward, palm face up. Release right arm forward, palm face up. Now I'm going to challenge you. Keeping your knees pinned. See if you can straighten your right leg just for a moment. 3. Hold it. 2. On 1, lower your right leg down. Extend your left leg out. Hold it. 3. Hold it. 2. On 1, left leg down. Reach your arms up. Take a big breath in. Extend both legs to straighten, right? So it doesn't have to be all the way up. Just straighten them. Start to lower them down as you reach your arms forward, coming into a baby boat. So this is a canoe. You're going to hold that canoe for 3. You're gonna squeeze and hold it for 2. And on 1, bring your knees into your chest, crunch up, find that O. Nice and slow, exhale, extend yourself down. Hold yourself here, 3. Hold yourself here, 2. On 1, bring it back up. One more time, lower it down, 3. Lower it down, 2. On 1, bring yourself up. Flex your feet, lower your heels towards your behind, ground your heels, ground your toes, grab your shins, get your break. Woo-hoo-hoo. Now, we've done a lot in that lower back, so I'm going to turn to face you, because from here you're going to take the bottom of your feet to touch and let your knees fall away, and start to sit side to side. So immediately we find a lot of relief. We have a better appreciation for Baddha Konasana. This is Baddha Konasana, bound ankle pose. You might flutter your wings a little bit. You're feeling the relief in your low back, your pelvic floor. Boat asks a lot of it. Now we're opening it back up. Okay? So give yourself a moment as you adjust, taking your hands to your ankles. Sit up nice and tall here. Again, work on puffing that heart up, retract your shoulder blades, right? So without sticking your ribs out, keep your core engaged, puff that heart up through your arms. Good. Now we're gonna inhale, puff that chest up, gaze up, chin to the sky, arch your back, find cow. Exhale, round up, chin to chest, lean back, hollowing out, look to your tummy to find cat. Good. Inhale, puff that chest up, gaze up, find your way, cow. Exhale, round up, chin to chest, look to your tummy to find cat. 3 more times, you're gonna inhale, puff that chest up, gaze up. Exhale, round up, protraction, brings you down to cat. 2 more, inhale, come on up, find your way, cow. Exhale, round up, chin to chest, melting into cat. And 1 more time, inhale, puff that heart up, gaze up, cow. And last time, exhale, round up, chin to chest, and find cat. Coming back, neutral spine. Take a big breath in. Exhale, start to flutter your wings. So just pump them up and down and up and down and up and down and up and down. Keep going. So the foundation of your pose is still, and your legs are just fluttering like little wings, right? Bounce them up and down and up and down and up and down. Give it 2 more breaths, just bouncing, just loosening it up. 1 more breath before we come neutral. Inhale, pop that chest up, gaze up. Exhale, 1 more time, round up, chin to chest, look through your tummy. This time, puff your chest up, gaze up. Exhale, start to hinge forwards. Now your elbows are your second set of wings. You might use them to push your knees down. You might use them to push your thighs down. Whatever it is you can access here. They're another aspect that you can peel away. If it's too much, you stay seated and lifted. You just hold it here. You might cat-cow on your own. If you feel good, continue folding forward. Keep spreading those wings to open. So try not to let your knees pop up. Press them toward the earth. Inhale, tummy in, ribs out. Exhale, come forward a little bit deeper. Breathing for those hips, your lower back. You take 2 more big breaths. Inhale here. Exhale, 1 more big breath in. And nice and slow, exhale, chin into chest. We rise up 1 vertebra at a time. You're gonna sweep your arms to the sky. Take your prayer up and overhead and bend your elbows so your prayer hovers just above your head. This is the hard part. This is asking of your core, your pelvic floor, wrapping your transverse abdominis in. You're gonna hold your midline. Now, holding this space, keeping your shoulders stacked in your hips so you can flutter your wings. Ooh, harder to isolate, yeah? Flutter your wings. Get them, there you go. So once you find your foundation, you pour into your sitting bones. Your wings are just another apparatus. They're gonna flutter away because it's less about your entire body doing the work and more about isolation. So do what you can for 5, 4, 3, 2, nice strong cores for 1, beautiful freeze. Slowly send your prayer back up to the sky, separate hands, relax shoulders, tummies in, ribs out. Exhale, pass the ball forward, get to the halfway mark and stay there hovering. Gaze straight down to the ground for 3. Gaze straight down to the ground for 2. On 1, chin to chest, you rise up 1 vertebra at a time. Hold the ball overhead, inhale. Exhale, come halfway down again. Keep pushing your knees toward the ground for 3. Gazing down for 2. On 1, chin to chest, you rise back up. 1 more time, come halfway down. Hold it there, 3. Hold it there, 2. Now ground your hands down on 1. You might walk them closer towards you if that's better. Inhale, push away on your hands, tummies and ribs out. Exhale, melt and fold your deepest. So you can walk your hands the furthest forward. Whatever you can access, again, don't worry if you're not a little pancake. You don't have to be. Our hips hold a lot. Our lower backs hold a lot. And so they're going to be tight, they're going to be tense, and they're going to fight us when we invite these shapes, these asana. So give it 2 more breaths as you are. Just check in. Give it 1 more breath as you are. And exhale nice and slow. We're going to inhale, half lift up through your fingers. Reach your arms forward like you're holding that invisible ball. Gaze down, chin to chest, rise up 1 vertebra at a time. Hands connect up and overhead. Bring them down to the third edge of your heart center. Beautiful. Now take your hands outside of your knees and bring your feet to plant, your knees to touch. Again, I'll turn to the side. We're going to do something fun, okay? So, grounding down once more. We're going to play with both, but then I'm going to have you rock and roll. So flex your feet, right? See if you can get those heels to hover again. Point your toes. Take your shins parallel, take your hands behind your knees, and hold your boat for a moment. Maybe you send your left arm forward, palm face up. You send your right arm forward, palm face up. Maybe you decide to send both arms up to the sky. Maybe you really want to challenge yourself. So you pin your knees and you extend one leg to straighten. Maybe you do the same on the other leg. So you're playing with your boat. This is your boat. Whatever you want to do, maybe it's both legs. Whatever you have, you hold it for 3. You hold it for 2, and then 1, we're going to meet you back in traditional boat, reaching your arms forward. Take a breath in. Take your hands behind your knees. Bring your chest closer to those thighs. Big breath, and now rock back, right? And rock back up, plant your feet. Again, rock back. Rock back up, plant your feet. 1 more time, rock back. This time, rock up, plant your feet, reach forward. Again, rock back, grab the backs of your knees, plant your feet, reach forward. See if you can plant your feet. 1 more time, do that again. See if you can plant your feet, reach forward, come all the way up. And you're in Tadasana. Roll out your wrists, roll out your ankles. Now, if you struggle to get up there, that's not an easy move. It takes time. Just chatting with our body, reminding it that it's like a little roly-poly bug. Use your momentum, like you're on a swing. So shake it out, whatever you need to do your little flash dances, your Beyonces, whatever you've got going on, shake, shake, shake. Before you come back to a neutral space, stand at the top of your mat in mountain. So arms by your sides, palms face forward, gazing softly at a drishti gaze. So look for something eye level and hold space. On your inhale, lift up all 10 toes, so picking up your toes. Exhale, pinky middle, big toes down to the ground. Engage your ankles, calves, knees, quads, squeeze your glutes. Hold your frame. Start to engage through lower pelvic floor, ribs towards hips, hands towards spine. Activating that mula bandha, I got a P muscle. You squeeze it to hold your midline. Squeeze your ribs towards your hips, activating Uddiyana bandha. It's just behind your solar plexus. That's your core strength. Shoulders back, arms long. Inhale, prayer reaches up to the sky, connect that prayer. Exhale, prayer hands down through third edge of your heart center. Hold your frame, balancing here. From here, we're going to have you shift your weight into your right standing leg, softly bend your left knee. So be mindful you're not sticking the sass out, right? So no sassy pants. Use your ribs, pull them towards your hips, and squeeze. From here, we're going to flex that left foot and bring that knee to navel height. So you're balancing here, holding space. Find your drishti gaze. Give it 1 more breath, internal rotation of the thighs. As you exhale, so you come into a little elevator. So you're just bending that right knee, hovering here in the beginnings of what could be a dancing Shiva, but we're not going to go there. Give it 1 more breath, and slowly quad press to straighten out that right leg. Again, internal rotation keeps your midline active. Exhale again, bend into that right knee, hovering here. Hold space 3, hold space 2, on 1, straighten out that right leg. 2 more times, we're going to bend that right knee. Hold space in the elevator for 3. Hold it for 2, on 1, straighten it out. And 1 more time, bend that knee, hold it here, 3, listen for 2, on 1, so it's going to hinge forward. So you're going to get your knees to squeeze together. So match your knees up and get your chest parallel with the ground. Slide your left knee directly behind your right and hold space, a little variation of Kundalini. Keep flexing that left foot for 3. Hold it for 2. On 1, step your left foot over to the right, tapping it down. You're in a nice Krishna. This is a half-lifted Krishna. From here, we're going to develop Krishna. So lift your chest. Good. Lift your prayer. And open up cactus, arms, middle fingers to thumb for patience. Now be mindful here of Krishna. We tend to start sticking our butts out, right? It looks so pretty, but it's not so good on your back. So ribs towards hips, tummy towards spine, tuck your tail. Keeping those shoulders nice and proud. Shoulders up to your ears. Exhale, roll them down your back. 1 more breath, inhale. Exhale, come halfway down in your Krishna. Hold space there, 3. Hold space there, 2. On 1, lift your chest, gaze forward. Exhale, bow your Krishna down, halfway, hold it, 3. Hold it 2. On 1, come up, hold your Krishna. One more time, halfway down, now listen. Here's your challenge for 3. Stay here for 2. On 1, tummy in, ribs out. Exhale, revolve over to the right. So you're holding cactus arms open and revolving using your oblique. Breathe into that space for 3. Breathe into that space for 2. On 1, come center, gaze down. Big breath in. Exhale, revolve over to the right. Hold it there. Revolving your cactus arms for 3. Hold it for 2. On 1, come back center. One more time, inhale, tummy and ribs out. Exhale, revolve over to the right. Hold it 3. Hold it 2. On 1, come center. Beautiful. Lift those cactus arms back up. Traditional. Reach arms to the sky. Straighten out your legs. Connect to the prayer. Big breath into those quads. Exhale, separate your hands, relax your shoulders. Pretend you're holding a ball overhead. Take a big breath in. Exhale, left hand's gonna reach for your right wrist. Pull that right arm up and slowly lean over toward the left. Knees off that right elbow. Now be mindful, ribs towards hips. Keep your belly button pointing forward. Give it 2 more breaths in. Exhale, give it 1 more breath in. Nice and slow, come center, separate your hands, taking your right hand to your left breast. Pull that left arm up and start to tip over to the right, gazing off your left elbow. Hold it there for 3. Hold it there for 2. Slowly on 1, we come back center, separate hands. Take a big breath. Open up cactus arms, bend back into your knees, find Krishna. Watch your frame. Pull your ribs towards your hips. Big breath in. Exhale, halfway down. Now, keeping those cactus arms, we're going to find Kundalini again. So start to shift into that right bent knee. Bring that left knee directly behind it. You found Kundalini's descent, and you're going to hold it here for 3. You're going to hold it here for 2. Start to extend your left leg out. Tap your left toes down to the ground. You're in a low hovering lunge on 1. Use that core strength. Squeeze your glutes, internal rotation of those thighs. 1 more breath hovering. Slowly lift your chest up. You're in high lunge. Awesome. Now again, watch your frame. We like to dump into that low back. Keep your ribs towards your hips. Lunge, right knees over right ankle. From here, lift your arms to the sky as you straighten out that right leg. Prayer connects your balancing. So you're still on the ball of that left foot. You should have lift and lower with no problem. If you can draw in your midline and activating your energy locks, your Mula and Uddiyana Bandha, you'll have no problem here. So keep them squeezed and engaged. Give it 1 more breath. Before you slowly open up cactus arms again, bending back into that right knee to find your high lunge. Take a big breath in. Exhale. Slowly draw your elbows back as you lift your heart, you lift your gaze. You get a little bit of a back bend in here. And then start to reach forward with your arms as if you're going to pass on the ball. Get your chest covering that right thigh. Slowly breathe those cactus arms back. Try to touch your elbows behind you, lift your heart, lift your gaze. Exhale, reach forward, hinge forward. Try to touch the wall in front of you. Big breath. And slowly inhale, push your heart up, bring your elbows back. 1 more time. Reach it forward, hold it here. 3. Hold it here. 2. And on 1, reach it back. Take a big breath. Reach your prayer to the sky. Straighten out that right leg. Drop that back heel down. Slice your arms open. You're in a standing star. Now, you have a rounded left heel. Your body is stacking. You're holding space here. Those shoulders are dying. I know they are. So let's flip those palms. Lift your prayer up. Take a big breath. And exhale, lower them back down to capital T. Take an inhale. Exhale, start to hinge forward. So pivoting your hips to lift and tip. Give it a breath. And then take that right hand down to your right shin, left arm to the sky. So we're developing our triangle. And this is a nice break for your shoulders, right? All of a sudden, they're like, okay, I'm okay. You work on stacking your hips. You work on stacking your ribs and your shoulders and your wrists. If you can stay in that formation, you can continue advancing through your triangle. So this is the modified variation. If you want to get a little deeper, maybe you start to slide your hand down your ankle. But again, are your hips, ribs, and wrists back? If not, take it back a notch, peel it back. Allow yourself the time and space to develop. 3 breaths. Keep pushing that right hip underneath your left. Stack your body up. Squeeze. 2 more breaths. 1 more big breath. Reach that left arm up and overhead. Long extension through your left side body. So you're in an extended triangle. Legs are straight. Left side body is open. 2 more inhales here. Exhale, maybe get a little deeper. 1 more breath. And now here's where you have a choice.
You're gonna stay in this shape, gaze down, and you're gonna start to bend into your right knee. Maybe you take the modified side angle. Maybe you have a block under your hand. Maybe your fingers can touch the earth. Wherever you are holding space in the side angle of your choice. Keep pushing right knee toward right pinky toe. Hold it here, 3. Hold it here, 2. Nice and slow on 1, gaze down. Reach your right arm forward. Slowly straighten that right leg, lift the ball up and overhead. Left arm travels down that left thigh. Right arm up and over to find peaceful triangle. Watch your frame. Ribs towards hips, tummy towards spine. This is a side body stretch, not a back bend. Give it one more breath, inhale. And exhale. Nice and slow, lift your top body up, your back in triangle. Take a big breath, shimmy your shoulders. Exhale, bend into that right knee and continue shimmying your shoulders. So now you're in a warrior 2 and you're just shaking it out as best you can. Shake, shake, shake. Give yourself another moment. Big breath in. Exhale, hinge forward in your warrior 2. Part hands down, pick your back heel up, low lunge. Now hold space in that low lunge. I'm gonna challenge you here, okay? Keep your tummy off that right thigh. Do the best that you can to hold this frame. One more breath. Beautiful. Now let's throw some peace fingers out in front of us. Maybe you need to grab blocks because we're going to come into a flying warrior 3 in a moment, but we're going to practice warrior 3 first. So start to shimmy forward and back. Shimmy forward and back. One more time forward, one more time back. Bend into your left knee and come forward into your right to lift your left leg up. So this is the beginnings of warrior 3. For some of us, this is incredibly tight. Today, my right hamstring is really wound up, so I'm having a hard time keeping a straight right leg. Maybe you take a bend in your knee and hover your hands. Whatever you're doing, you're holding warrior 3 for 3. Hold space here, listen for 2. On 1, touch your hands down, bend your right knee, tap your left toes back. See if you can straighten out that right leg for a moment and fold into a pyramid. You want a little bit more, let's inhale, half lift. Flex your right foot, and exhale, fold. So again, we're inviting space into that hamstring. 2 more breaths here. Exhale, 1 more. Beautiful. Nice and slow, let's inhale, half lift. If your foot is flexed, plant it down. Re-bend that right knee. Coming back to hover hands in your low lunge. Give it a moment here, inhale. Exhale, 1 more. Throw out your peace fingers, take a few inches out in front of you where it's blocked. And again, we're gonna shimmy forward and back. Shimmy forward and back. Shimmy forward and back 1 more time. Next time you come back, bend into your left knee and set your trigger so that you again lift up into warrior 3. Drop that left hip. So try not to lift up like you're in a half moon. Hips need to be in alignment. Squeeze your gotta pee muscle, your mula bandha. Squeeze your core, rib source, hips, hand source, spine. Try not to dump. See what I'm doing with my back? That hurts. Lift, push. Good. Whatever you have, hold it 3. Maybe you take a hand up, followed by the second for 2. On 1, lower your hands down, bend into your right knee, step it back, low lunge hover. Plant hands, straighten that right leg again, pyramid. Good. Maybe you inhale, half lift, again, flex your right foot, and exhale, fold it down. Now, this last little sequence is going to bring us into a flying warrior 3. If the variation I offer you is a little too challenging, you know what you can do. We just did it twice. Okay, so modify it down if you need. Be mindful of your body. Okay? Sometimes you're just wacky. I can't stand on 1 foot to save my life some days. And maybe that's you today. So remember this. 1 more breath. Exhale onto what is. Slowly we half lift. Plant your right foot down if it's flexed. Bend back into that right knee, hover your hands. So this is where we're going to fly warrior 3. Take your palms and face each other. Send them behind you like a speed racer and stay there. Big breath in. Exhale. Start to bend into your left knee. So you're setting yourself back. As you come forward, you gently shift your weight into your right leg, lifting your left leg up behind you. Squeeze your thighs, squeeze your glutes, internal rotation, pretend you gotta pee. So you're officially in a flying warrior 3. Gaze straight down to the ground, do the best you can for 3. Hold space, you want more, it's coming in 2. Reach your arms down, reach your arms forward, extend that warrior 3. Hold it for 2. On 1, lower your hands down, planting them, bend your left foot, or bend your left foot. Bend your right knee, plant your left foot, finding your forward fold at the top of your mat. Holy moly. So who feels the difference in their legs? One leg feels really funny, right? The other one, not so much. Yeah, this is to show you just how much you do in those few breath time. It's incredible. You have a new appreciation for just taking 10 minutes out of your day to stretch. You know, whatever it is, it makes a difference. Okay, so give yourself one more breath. Now they're all sorts of uneven. I'll even you out. Coming back, neutral spine. Let's inhale half lift. Let your fingers slide up your shins. Keep a half back. Nice flat back and a half lift. One more breath. And slowly melt it back down. Soft bend your knees. Sweep your arms to the skyward for Hastasana. Prayer reaches up, gaze up. And exhale, chase it right back down. Whether you swan dive or follow your prayer, you're folding back into Uttanasana. Inhale, half, let fingers slide up. Heel to your feet, hips width, or mat width. You choose how wide you want your press reach out. I'm going all the way. And once you're done, you exhale to fold. Good. Once you're here, you move a little bit side to side. So again, one leg is tighter than the other right now, so they've only done the right side. So take your time just moving gently. Asking and inviting. Blocks might be under your hands, and that's okay. You might actually go up with an elbow if you want to come unsupported. Hang and drape yourself. This is an inversion. And again, if you're one of those individuals who has extremely tight hamstrings and you're all the way up here, so what? Stack up 5 blocks, stack up 10 bolsters, whatever you need to do. Put a chair in front of you, but you're gently bending your elbows to invite a little more space and pressing yourself back out of it. The only way to progress. We have to invite the hamstrings to the party. They might be reluctant in the beginning, and next thing you know, they're going to be little party animals, and they'll dive right in with you. So take your time through your practice. Don't be so critical. Give it one more breath wherever you are. Before you come back to a neutral space again, hang out here, big inhale. And exhale, nice and slow. Let's inhale, half lift. We're going to have you invite your feet back to touch. So heel toe them back together and melt to fold. Soft bend your knees one more time. We're Hastasana Salute. Prayer reaches up. And exhale, prayer and stand through break or center arms by your sides. Now, how do you feel? Answer honestly. Say, Kim, I'm feeling lightheaded today. Did you have something for breakfast? Aha. Kim, I'm exhausted. What time did you go to bed last night? You know, you got to answer honestly. So you know what I did? I stayed up until 3 o'clock watching Black Mirror last night. Yeah, well, tomorrow night or tonight, try to go to bed 2 hours earlier. You know, you have to be honest with yourself. We have the keys to so many of our problems, and we just don't know where to put the key. Like, where's the keyhole? You got to find them. You have to be honest. Have those conversations with yourself. Some things are out of our control, but we got to let go of those things. So there's that. That's another key. Let go of what you can't control. Coming back neutral, we find our mountain pose. This is a beautiful rooting, grounding, established pose. So just like a mountain, the weather carves us, time carves us. We are whittled into what we're meant to be. So we stand tall, we stand firm, we stand grounded, and we let whatever's going to happen, happen. It's going to happen no matter what, right? Things are out of our control. Can't control the clouds. It happens. Inhale, reach your prayer to the sky. Exhale, prayer hands down through third eye through heart center. Inhale, lift up all 10 toes again. Exhale, pinky middle big toes down to the ground, rounding all 4 corners. Set your roots, engaging ankles, calves, knees, quads. Squeeze, ribs towards hips, coming towards spine. Feel your shoulder blades as they retract back. Nice proud heart. Shine your light. Give it a big inhale. And exhale. Gently start to press your weight into your left standing leg as you bend into your right knee. So again, you're not sassing out your pants. You're using your core strength to hold you here. With a nice soft bent knee, we start to shift weight at that left foot to flex your right foot, bringing your right knee to navel height. So you're balancing here. Again, engaging. We want to use our energy locks. Our Mula and Uddiyana Bandha in this case. So squeeze your P muscle, squeeze your core strength, right? Those energy locks are going to help you activate your nadis. They follow your pathways of your capillaries and veins, your energy flow. Give it one more breath. Rejuvenate it. Exhale, start to bend into that left knee. Hovering here, balancing for 3. Keep breathing into that left quad for 2. Nice and slow on one. Straighten out that left leg. Quad press, hold space. Exhale, come back into the elevator. So everything up here stays the same. Only my left knee is bending 2. On 1, I'm going to straighten it back out again. We're going to do this 2 more times. Exhale, bend that left knee, elevator down 3. Hold it 2. On 1, come back up. And last time, bend that left knee, hold space 3. Listen, stay here 2. Start to hinge forward on 1. So slide your knees up against each other and then pin them. Your knees pin, your chest comes parallel to your mat. You're holding your frame and your balance. Slide your right knee directly behind your left, flex your right foot. You're in a variation of Kundalini's descent. You give it one more breath before you step that right foot over to the left, holding a half lifted Krishna. Now again, notice my butt's not sticking out. I have a nice strong core to protect my low back. If I were doing it where I'm going to hurt myself, this is what it's going to look like. That hurts. Pull your hips towards your hips. Squeeze it in. Nice and slow. We're going to lift our chest up, finding a standing Krishna. And then Kriya reaches up and overhead, open up cactus arms to create space in our collar and our clavicle. Again, watch out. Don't stick your hiney out. I know you want it. Don't do it. Ribs towards hips. Squeeze it in. I mean, accentuate it. Pretend you're doing it wrong. Actually, do it wrong. Stick your butt out. Feel the difference. Now pull your ribs towards your hips. Woo! Yeah, back in your quads, right? Shrug your shoulders up. Exhale, roll them back, sit a little deeper. Keep your belly button pointing forward, inhale. Exhale, halfway down, protect your low back, squeeze your ribs towards your hips, 3. Stay here for 2. On 1, lift your Krishna up. Exhale, come halfway down, keep those knees bent, 3. Hold space here, 2. On 1, lift your Krishna up. 1 more time. Hold your Krishna halfway, 3. Listen, stay here, Krishna, 2. Listen, on 1, tummy in, ribs out. Revolve your cactus to the left. Hold it there, 3. Hold it there, 2. On 1, bring it center, gaze straight down to the ground. Beautiful. Big inhale, tummy in, ribs out. Exhale, revolve to the left. Hold it here, 3. Hold it here, 2. On 1, bring it back center. Last time, inhale. Exhale, revolve to the left, 3. Hold it there, 2. On 1, come center, big breath. Sit your Krishna up. Settle. And now lift it to the sky. Prayer reaches, legs straighten. Holy moly. Take a moment, recuperate. Keep your belly button pointing forward. Watch your belly. If you're starting to do this, don't. Pull your ribs towards your hips. Squeeze. Squeeze your glutes. Nice strong frames here, always. Now slowly, you're going to take your right hand, or your left hand, I'm sorry. Take your left hand to your right wrist. Pull up on that right arm. And start to tilt over to the left, gazing off that right elbow. Keep your belly button pointing forward. Working those intercostals again for 3. Stretching your oblique, your lats, your delts for 2. Nice and slow when we come center. Separate your hands. Right hand goes to the left wrist. Pull that left arm up and tilt over to the right, gazing off your left elbow. Hold it for 3. Keep squeezing here for 2. And on 1, we come back center. Separate your hands, big breath. Exhale, curtsy on down. Open up cactus arms, your back in Krishna. Watch your frame. Big inhale. Exhale, halfway down. Hold it here, 3. Hold it here, 2. Here comes full Kundalini on 1. Keep your cactus arms. Shift your weight into your left bent knee. Start to shift your weight to your right knee comes just behind it, flexing that right foot. You're in a full-blown Kundalini descent for 3. Keep that core strength. Protect your low back for 2. On 1, start to reach your right leg out. Extend it to the back of your mat. Tap your right toes down. You're in a hovering low lunge. Keep your balance here, 2 more. Squeeze, push your left hip back, right hip forward. And on 1, inhale, lift your chest. You're in a high lunge with cactus arms. Whose shoulders are dead? Me too. Now watch it. See how I'm turning towards you? That's because I'm not pivoting to activate my Mula Bandha. I start to squeeze that muscle, internally rotate my thighs. I automatically get into the variation I need to be in high lunge. Take 1 more breath before you get a break. Exhale. Slowly start to straighten that left leg. Reach your hands to the sky. Prayer connects. Now again, if I'm activating my energy locks, my midline is drawn, I'm flushing all the toxins out of my body because my nadis are active. We're working through all that ick. Give it 1 more big breath in, balancing. Maybe come up and down off that right heel. Good. Before you come neutral, slowly take your arm back to cactus. Middle fingers are done for patience. Bend your left knee. You're in a high lunge again. Sink a little deeper. Good. Give it 1 more breath in. Exhale. Start to draw your elbows back. Lift your heart. Lift your gaze. Start to tuck your elbows behind you, right? And slowly exhale. Reach forward. Try to pass in the ball. Hold your frame here, 3. Hold your frame here too. On one, draw those elbows back. Try to touch them behind you, heart high. Exhale, reach forward, try to pass on the ball for 3. Pass on the ball for 2. On one, reach those elbows back, heart high. One more time, reach it forward, stay here 3. Stay here 2. On one, bring those elbows back, lift your heart, big breath. And straighten that left leg, prayer connect overhead. Big inhale. Exhale, drop your back heel down, slice your arms open here in a standing star. Shake it down. My shoulders are dead. You're gonna get a break, ready? Stay with me, don't drop those arms yet. Got it? Flip your palms, prayer step overhead. Ooh, I'm ready too. Nice and slow, spread those wings back out again, capital T. Now hinge forward. Hinge forward. Keep hinging. Keep hinging. Now left hand comes just below your left kneecap. Right arm reaches the sky. Your shoulders officially got their break. I feel like I have noodles for arms right now. Who else? Work on stacking your hips, stacking your ribs, stacking your shoulders, and stacking your wrists. You do the best you can here. So start modified. I'm modified right now. When you have your hands higher to a block, this is the beginning. So start there. From here, you might slide your hand down as your opening opens, your breathing capacity expands. You might find that you can get a little deeper. As long as you still have those hips, ribs, and shoulders stacked, work on it. Good. Maybe you're gazing forward, gazing down, gazing up. It's up to you. Give it 2 more breaths in the stack before we advance. You can slide your hand a little deeper if you're feeling up to it, or find a block for the round. 1 more breath. Either way, we're reaching that right arm up and overhead. Long line through that right side body. Keep your body stacked. Don't lose it. Stay in that triangle for 3. It's very demanding. How are those inner thighs doing? Adductors for 2. Give it 1 more breath wherever you are. It's up to you which variation you take, but you're going to gaze down and bend into your left knee. Now, I'm going for modified because, well, I'm tight today, so I'm being mindful and kind to my body. If in a breath, I might take my left hand down. But either way, I'm in a variation of side angle, and so are you. Push your left knee towards your left pinky toe. Do what you can do here, 3. Get a little deeper. We're going to challenge you in 2. Is your right arm tingling? Me too. On 1, gaze down. Reach your left arm forward, hold invisible beach ball. Sink a little deeper. And then straighten that left leg with the beach ball up and overhead. Let that right arm track down that back thigh. Left arm up and over to the sky. So you're in a side body stretch, not a back bend. Ribs towards hips, semis towards spine. 3. Maybe you sink down a little deeper. For 2. Beautiful. On 1, come back up nice and slow. You're in a standing star. Shimmy out your shoulders, bend into your left knee. You're in warrior 2. Keep shimmying if it feels good. Why not? I like to move. You know this. So give it 1 more breath, dancing your way through warrior 2. Push your left knee towards your left pinky toe, get a little deeper for me. And now let's hinge it forward. Hinge, arms to the horizon, cartwheel hands down, low lunge, pick your back heel up, balance. Now this is where we're gonna practice those warrior 3. So give yourself a moment, big breath in. Exhale, hovering that low lunge, 1 more breath. Now throw out some peace fingers, take it a few inches out in front of you. Again, blocks are friends here. Start to shimmy forward and back, forward and back. Keep forwarding and backing until you come back, bend into your right knee. That's your little trigger. That's gonna push you into that left leg and lift your right leg up. Now you can see my left hamstring is way more open than my right, but I'm gonna modify it so I stay even. So if you modify to the first side, you're gonna do it again. You don't wanna keep progressing on one side. You'll never close that gap. Keep your chest lifted best you can. Engage your core 3. Keep lifting that right leg, squeeze your thighs, activate your bandhas. You got a piece so bad. Squeeze 2. On 1, slowly start to bend into that left knee. Tapping your right toe down into the mat. And then see if you can straighten that left leg to fold into a pyramid. Again, blocks are friends. So 2 straight legs to fold. Left inhale, half lift. If you're gonna increase intensity, you're flexing that left foot toward your face. And you're gonna exhale and fold. Work on keeping a straight left leg. If your knee buckles, forget it. You want your hamstrings open. Hamstrings are behind your knees. Okay? And up the back of your legs. Give it 2 more breaths wherever you are. 1 more breath wherever you are. Nice and slow. Inhale, half lift. Plant that left foot down if it's lifted. Bend back into that left knee. Come to hover again in that low lunge. Use your core strength. Big breath in. Throw out your peace fingers. Send about a few inches in front of you. Again, shimmy forward and back. Again, shimmy forward and back. Eventually, you come forward, you come back, set your trigger, bend your right knee, and come forward, lifting. Find yourself your warrior three of choice. Internal rotation again. Hold space here, 3. Maybe you can take one hand up and then the other to really balance. For 2. Either way on 1, hands come down, left knee bends, right toes plant, straighten out both in full pyramid. Ooh, Nelly. Keep pushing that left hip back, right hip forward. Do what you can with this space. Again, you might inhale half lift, flex your left foot, and exhale, fold it down again into pyramid. You have 2 more breaths to hang in there. Beautiful, 1 more breath, keep pushing, left hip back, right hip forward. And nice and slow, we're gonna inhale half lift. Plant your left foot down, again, rebend that left knee. Now, this is where Flying Warrior 3 comes in. Cover your hands, okay? Palms come to face each other, set them behind you like a speed racer. From here, it's gonna get tricky, so be mindful. Set your drishti gaze to the top of your mat. Start to shift forward. Shift back. Shift forward, bend into your right knee as you shift back. So when you come forward, that right foot just pushes you off. And you come into a Flying Warrior 3. Lifting that right leg, internal rotation, burn through that gluteus medius, hold it for 3. Reach your arms forward, extending if you're gonna come into the full extension for 2. And on 1, slowly lower hands down to the ground. Bend into that left knee, bend into your right knee, plant your right foot, you're in Uttanasana. Wow, that woke up my left hip. Yowza. She's awake. Go ahead, shake, 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 shake through, flex hands. Before you come neutral. Inhale, half lift. Get your head back on your shoulders. Give it a big inhale. Exhale, melt it back down. Whew. Soft bend your knees, scoop it up, Virabhasana, prayers up, breathe up. Maybe you exhale, hands behind your back this time. Interlace your fingers, squeeze your palms, pull your hips towards your hips as you squeeze your glutes, push your pelvis forward to catch your standing camel for 3. Hold her here for 2. And on 1, deeply bend your knees. Take your tummy to your thighs, chin towards your chest, and then look for your ankles. So this is a big shoulder stretch. If this bind is too much, you can bend your elbows and rest your hands at your low back, or you can release it entirely. Whatever you want to do. Okay? You are draped in those thighs, either way. Okay? Give it 2 more breaths. Exhale, 1 more. Nice and slow, bound or not. We're going to inhale half lift with bent knees. Get your tummy off your thighs. Big breath in. Exhale, get that tummy back on your thighs and see if you can straighten out your legs to fold. So if you have the bind, you're in an unsupported Uttanasana, trying to get your forehead to those ankles. Your body's saying, ain't no way. Don't worry about it. You may still be here. That's okay. You're working this space. Ask. As long as you're bending and flexing and extending and working through those hamstrings, you're doing what you can. Bounce around. So what? So what? You have tight bodies. It happens. Nice and slow. You come neutral again. Let's inhale half with bent knees. Sweep them behind you like a speed racer. Reaching down, reaching forward, and then come on up to stand. Big breath in. Exhale, chase it down to full traditional Uttanasana. Inhale, half lift. Get your head back on your shoulders. Heel toe your feet as wide as you'd like. You want a hip swip, you want a mat swip, you do you, and you slide back down to Surabha. If you want a little bit more, this time inhale, half lift, turn your toes toward each other. So you're going to pigeon your toes. You're going to take your tummy in and ribs out, and you're going to exhale to melt and fold to get a little deeper. And you might sway side to side. You might walk your hands over to the right and walk your hands over to the left. This is actually super relieving for the outer leg. So if you have pigeon toes, you're going to experience that. So give yourself another moment. Just be. Maybe go opposite elbows and just hang. Decompress. Focus on that breath. Notice what your inhale and your exhale do for you. Good. Now nice and slow, come center, plant your hands down, press up, keep your hands on the ground. See if you can heel toe your feet back to touch with your hands planted. Ooh, you're in a complete forward fold. Maybe you fold down that midline one more time. And exhale. Nice and slow, let's inhale, half lift, flat back. Exhale, melt and fold. Beautiful. Bend your knees, plant your palms. Now I want you to lift your heels up, come up onto your toes, your knees stay in your chest, and you start to slowly lower your hips towards your heels. As you lift your chest, your shins come parallel to the mat, and your hands hover on either side of you. So you want to pin your knees together, really squeeze those thighs in, lift your chest, pull your ribs towards your hips, tummy towards your spine. Maybe blocks come under hands, you're in a toe stance. If you're feeling confident, maybe you take one hand to prayer and then the other. And if you're feeling really, really confident, maybe you push out of those toes and you lift your hips off your heel for a true toe stand for 3. Hold space, whatever you have, for 2. Slowly on one, hips lower down to heels. Now everyone reach your arms forward and separate hands if you're gonna pass them on the ball, okay? Now slowly start to reach forward as you plant your heels down, get your tummy on your thighs, right? Stay here. Slowly lower your sits down onto the ground. Bring your knees into your chest. Take your shins parallel. Oh man, we're back. Back in that boat. You take 2 big breaths, inhale here. Exhale. One more big breath. Nice and slow, we're gonna exhale, extend your legs out to straighten, lean back, catch yourself a canoe. Keep it here for 3. Keep it here for 2. On 1, bring it back up, full boat. Exhale, extend it back down into your canoe. Hold it there for 3. Hold it there for 2. On 1, come back up into your boat. One more time, come and extend, hold it 3. I got a challenge for you in 2. On 1, scissor your feet up and over each other. 3, 2, 1, reverse. 3, 2, 1, come center, knees into chest, big breath, flex your feet, lower your heels down, toes down, sit forward, hands to shin. Who just screamed at me? All right, so we're back here. Now from here, we're gonna unravel onto the ground, okay? So keeping your feet planted. Reach your arms forward. Hinge forward, chin to chest, look at your knees. And then 1 vertebra at a time. 1 vertebra at a time. Get your lower lumbar, thoracic, upper back, cervical, shoulders, arms, hands, head. Now move your knees side to side, windshield wiper. Who's about ready for bed? Good. We're going to start unwinding. We're going to do a few bridges. And then we're going to come into Supta Baddha Konasana. And maybe we're going to conclude practice there in Supta Baddha. It depends on you. You might want to take your legs up the wall. We'll talk about it when we get there. All right, so when you're ready, come back to a neutral space. Now I want you to separate your feet to your hips with distance. So take a look at your knees. Make sure that they match up with your hips. If they're wider than your hips, bring them together. There should be about a fist between your knees. Think of it that way. Big toes are pointing forward. Walk your heels a little closer towards your body and take your hands by your sides, palms face down. Okay? So from here, we're going to press into our feet, press into our hands, squeeze our glutes, and lift our pelvis up. Right? So by doing this, we're engaging our core, pelvic floor, hip flexors. We're squeezing our glutes and pushing up and out. This should feel really good on the low back. Right? Try not to splay your feet out. So if your big toes start pointing into the diagonals of the room, point them back forward and bring your knees toward each other again. You should still have a fist between your knees. If you have a block at home, stick a block between your knees and squeeze it. You'll feel a difference. Now squeeze your glutes, lift up a little higher. Remove your chin from your chest and see if you can walk your hands a little closer toward each other, maybe binding. You can interlace your fingers and squeeze your palms. Go for it. Either way, you have yourself a bridge for 3. Squeeze, lift it up a little higher. Feel your quads trembling for 2. Ribs towards hips, side to towards spine. No sticking them out. On 1, release your hands. Slowly lower your pelvis down to the ground. Slow, 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 until you hit. And windshield wiper knee side to side. Keep your feet planted. So don't take those feet off the ground, not yet. Good. We're going to do that 2 more times. Ready? Coming back, neutral spine. Plant your feet down. Make sure your big toes point forward. Hands plant, feet plant. Squeeze your glutes. Lift your pelvis up, peel it up. Good. Now watch your ribs towards your hips. No sticking your ribs out. See how I drop my butt? I want my ribs towards my hips to push my belly button to the sky, squeezing my glutes, engaging. I'm protecting my lower back. Walk your hands back underneath you again. See if you can interlace your fingers, squeeze your palms. Good. Gaze straight up, chin away from chest. Hold space here for 5. Lift and squeeze higher for 4. Try to get your neck onto the ground for 3. Good. Keep lifting that pelvis. Don't give it up for 2. One more big breath. Release your binds if you have it. Slow like molasses in December. Lower your pelvis back down to the ground. One more time. Windshield wiper, knee side to side. Good. Now this last bridge, I'm going to give you a variation to challenge you. If you'd like to invite the space, you can take different levels of it, okay? You're going to see it's pretty accessible. But try. See what happens, okay? So coming back neutral, keeping your big toes pointing forward, hands by your sides. Press into feet, press into hands, squeeze your glutes. Lift your pelvis up as you inhale. Again, walk those shoulder blades underneath you. Get your hands to touch, interlace your fingers if you can. Squeeze and lift even higher. Get that belly button to the sky, right? Now from here, come high up onto your right tippy toe, step a little closer towards your hands. Now come onto your left tippy toe, step it closer to your hands, squeeze and lift. If you're here, you're gonna have the opportunity to get even deeper. You ready? Inhale, shift your weight into your left foot, reach your right leg up to the sky, try to touch the ceiling, squeeze, 3. Squeeze, 2. On 1, take your right toe down, stay high. Send your left leg up, push, hold, try to touch the sky, 3. Try to touch the sky, 2. On 1, lower that left foot down. Step your feet a little further away from you. Big breath, last time with your pelvis the highest. Slowly unravel, unbinding, lower your hips down to the ground. Beautiful, windshield wiper your knees side to side, and then gently bring your knees into your chest and keep rocking left and right. Ooh, maybe this feels good for you. I wouldn't doubt it for a second. So come back neutral spine. Now get your knees to touch, flex your feet. Inhale, nose to knees. All right, so we're in a tiny little seat of intention. Reach your arms forward, you're gonna pass on the ball. Keep tucking those knees into your chest for 3. Keep pushing belly button towards your spine for 2. And on 1, see if you can bind the outer edges of your feet. Stay small. And then maybe you develop a happy baby, separating your knees, plug those knees into your armpits, get your tail on the ground. So oftentimes I see happy babies with their high knees up like this. Get your high knees down. Pushing your tailbone down toward the earth, bringing your knees into your armpits. Again, if this variation is just too much for you, you can take your knees wide with them bent. So you're basically, you can see me here on the side, you have separated knees, you're still plugging your knees into your armpits, but it's not as intense in the fullest expression. So keep flexing those feet, move left and right if you haven't, keep pressing that tailbone toward the ground. If you haven't, want to invite it, straddle baby. Send your legs up to straighten, point your toes, breathing into those adductors. You give it 2 more breaths, maybe moving a little left, a little bit right. 1 more breath, my straddle babies. Keep pushing your tail into the ground before you slowly come back, traditional baby. Everyone chin into chest, look forward. Bring the bottoms of your feet to touch. So you're holding a floating Baddha Konasana. You're in a butterfly with your hands down to your feet. From here, I'm going to have you challenge yourself. Push your ribs towards your hips, tummy towards your spine. Release your hands to float. So you're holding a ball. Take a breath. Slowly lower your diamond down onto the ground as you lower your shoulders down and back. Arms by your side. You're in Supta Baddha Konasana. Now tuck your shoulder blades underneath you. Puff that heart up a little bit. Let your body breathe. Now for some of us, Supta Baddha Konasana is glorious. For others, it's the sticks. You're like, nah, no, I don't want to do this pose. This pose hurts. So maybe you give it another breath or 2 just to invite it. It's a new shape to you. And then maybe you evolve it. So if you are totally against Supta Baddha tonight, or today, you might bring your knees up to touch and heel toe your feet as wide as your mat. So you're officially in teepee. So my knees are touching and my feet are as wide as my mat. Push your belly button down and you hold space there. Whatever you decide, my yogis, this is for you. Move your head side to side, massage the back of your skull. Loosen any tension in your face, your cheeks, your jaw. Two more breaths wherever you are. And then in one more breath, you're going to decide how you'd like to conclude your practice. Sometimes we like to find a wall, scooting our hindies up against the baseboard. You can come into a supported waterfall. Sending your legs straight up, flex your feet. You have the support of the wall. If your body says, nope, I'm happy just where I am, this is fine and dandy, Kimberly, you stay put. Anything you want to do here. Maybe you take your arms up and overhead. My shoulders love doing that. So maybe that's you too. Close your eyes. Let what will be to simply be. Big breaths, inhale, fill you up. Exhale, let it all go. Relax the space between, behind, around your eyes. Relax your cheeks, relax your jaw. Feel the weight of your head as you relax your neck. Feel your core, your pelvic floor, hips and glutes. Your legs taking their varying shapes. Heels, feet anchoring, entire body at rest. You're breathing in this space. And slowly, my yogis, gently begin to deepen your breath. Begin noticing sounds, sense sensations. Wiggling each finger and toe, move your head gently side to side. Before you slowly come center. Inhale, extend your arms overhead. Maybe bringing your knees to touch, extend through your legs. Full body stretch. Imagine someone's pulling you in two directions. They've got you by the wrists and the ankles. Let it go. Big breath in. Exhale. Then gently, when you're ready, bend back into your knees and bring your knees into your chest. Give yourself a hug. Rock left and rock right. Massaging your lower lumbar. You give it one more breath before you surrender over to your right or left side. Find fetal pose and let everything go there. Place of new beginnings, of starting overs. And like a phoenix rising from the ash, pressing your hands into the earth, push your way up to find yourself gently into a comfortable seat of your choice. Whether it's Sukhasana, Siddhasana, any seated asana will do. But you find your way grounding into your sit bones once more, lengthening through your spine. Find your center once more as you shrug your shoulders to your ears and roll them back down your back. Good. Close your eyes. Draw your hands to prayer heart center, bowing your head to your heart space, connecting it. And pressing pinkies and thumbs together, release your middle fingers to create a blossom. Within it, place your intention, visualizing its light, all it has to offer. Lend it your faith, lend it your strength, lend it your courage. On an inhale, lift it to the sky, present your intention to the world. And on an exhale, allow your hands to part. As they fall to beside you, imagine that light making its way out into the world to take root and make a difference. Slowly, hands return to prayer, heart center, bowing your head to your heart one last time. The light within me honors that brilliant, shining light within each and every one of you. I like to close our class with the sound of Om, the universal sound that connects us all. If you'd like to join me, exhale the air out of your lungs. Inhaling for Om. Om. Aum Shanti Shanti, Aum Peace Peace. I hope you all have a beautiful rest of your afternoon and evening, rest of your week and your weekend. Hopefully we'll see you again one day soon, but until we meet again, happy 4th of July and namaste.